Hey girl, hey. Hey boys, hey. It's me, Mama Beauty's here, coming right out of North Carolina to all my lovely subscribers who I love and adore and couldn't get here without. And I just want to say thank you for each and every one of you, for each of your comments, for each of your opening up to me, for each of your just terms of endearment. I just really, really appreciate my subscribers. I'm getting to know each and every one of you, and doing the giveaway. I was able to write each of your names down and make a mental note about each of you. And so this is really special for me because I had been asking for other women in my life to be able to move forward with and, put all those women from my past behind me. I still have dear people that I hold dear and close to my heart, but I just wanted some new women for my sobriety. And I just feel like I've connected with each of you and just want to say, nice to meet each and every one of you. And I'm so glad that you were put in my path. Hey, Helen. Hey, hey, hey. And Jennifer. Hey, girl. Hey. And my son is on here. Okay, Gage, you can't watch this. That bright blade up there, that's my son. So we have to rectify that situation before I can even move forward, because I was going to open up BES. Hey, Carol Williams. Hey. I'm going to have to bribe my son with Robux to get him off of my thing. Actually, I can block him. Let me do that. I better just go ahead and block him. I think that only blocks him from commenting. Does that block him from seeing me? I need to take care of that before I can move forward. I don't want him listening to any of that that I am about to say on my live, you guys. So we love you, Gage, but let me go. Y'all don't go anywhere. I want to update you on the Frazee's case. I've actually broke down from the 60-minute mark to the 90-minute mark of her third confession. And I want to get back to you guys. This is for me. Gage knows that. Hold on. Gage, honey. If you don't do it, you can get 800. So find something else to do. Wow, he is so smart. I didn't think about that. I have always made sure that he's in the farthest end of the house, that my door is locked on my office, but I did not think that he would be able to see me through his phone. But I bribed him with Robux. He's a pretty good kid, very honest. So, and if he does come, he won't be able to hold himself back from commenting. So I'll know that he is here. My goodness. Whoo, that scared the bejesus out of me. Thank you, MV. Yes, there is a YouTube Kids, and what I'll do is I'll just block me as a subscriber from his YouTube, because his YouTube is my old one. I created a new one for myself and gave him my old one with my old email, so I can see everything that he's watching and subscribing to. I get an email about his comments. I get an email. I can check his history all the time. I have it on my phone, on the tablet. So I am fully aware of what my son is watching. He does not have any privacy when it comes to his YouTube. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, so I have complete full control over his YouTube. He doesn't even know his password. It's my old one. And the only reason why we even have two separate ones is so I don't have to have all this Dan TDM and Five Nights at Freddy's and all that stuff in my stream. But hey, how is everybody doing on this fine Friday night? I am super excited to be able to hang out with everyone and have some adult time on a Friday night. I haven't had adult time in God knows how long. It's okay, Ivy Lou. I understand. So I just want to catch you up a little bit on the Frazee case, and then we're going to go right into Nicole's interview. Hi Muffy, and I've got everybody's entries right here in this bucket. We're going to go through and draw a winner. Winner. So the headline on this is that the investigators find tooth in burn scar on the Frazee Ranch. So this is the juicy evidence that they have that might get him, that's not just hearsay from Crystal. It says at the end of the day on Friday, the man at the witness stand said he recalled alleged murderer Patrick Frazee wondering why the case of his missing fiance had gone national and saying, if I had known it would have blown up this big, I never would have, before trailing off, and didn't finish it. So he let this man overhear him say, if I'd known it would have blown up this big, I never would have, and just trailed off. So there's another witness saying that. The man's testimony came after the afternoon recess on Friday. It wasn't clear early Friday morning how many more witnesses the prosecution planned to bring up or how many the defense had in their pocket ready to take the stand. But prosecutors started the day by having two canine handlers testify, both of whom said their dog hit on items at different locations that were involved in the murder plot. Later in the morning, a Sonic employee and a Conoco employee testified that they believe they saw Frazee and Crystal on November 24th, and the court reviewed surveillance video from both locations. Early on Friday afternoon, several FBI agents testified about their searches of the Frazee and the Bears property, about the burn pit and the plastic remnants, and about their discovery of a partial tooth, which prosecutors tested for DNA earlier this summer. Ooh, so they found plastic remnants. That is juicy. That lets me know that's good. I'm glad that the jurors heard the words plastic remnants, because everybody's wondering what happened to this plastic tote. Love awarding V-Box here. My Benji loves it. When I heard 800, I knew right away. Yes. Okay, so Frazee, 33 of Florissant, I don't know how to say that word, is accused of murdering Barrett. We all know that, on Thanksgiving Day, and soliciting Crystal 3 times to kill her. We know that. He faces 8 charges. We know that. And then it looks like everything else we here we know. Let's see. There's no court Monday because of Veterans Day, you guys. And Julie Nash, who co-owns Nash Ranch, told May that she leased grazing rights to Frazee and that he had a lease for the area, including the barn, as well as a key to the ranch. In November, Nash said nobody else was leasing the ranch at the time and that she knew Frazee kept items in the barn, including a tractor and hay. And they brought the cadaver dog police and say that Radar, which is the cadaver dog, is trained to detect human decomp and can pick up scents from bodily fluids and other human remains. Hurst said he and Radar have spent more than 5,000 hours training and have been in the field to find bodies or since 30 to 40 times. Radar has never had a false hit. He said that Radar was asked to assist in February of this year, and the two went to the Nash Ranch, and they went with Woodland Park Police, and Radar searched around the tractor and around the barn and showed interest in some of the hay bales inside the barn. So that cadaver dog, tapped on stuff inside the barn. He said that he sat after he smelled the hay bales, again near the bottom of them, which indicated a positive hit. Hurst said he saw stains on the top of the two 12-foot hay bales, so he decided to get on top of them. Prosecutors showed a picture of the top of the hay bale taken on December 21st, which showed indented hay that was discolored, brown or possibly red marks, which look wet. Hurst said that the spot is where Radar indicated once again. He and Hurst were on top of the hay bale, and it shows the video of the dog sniffing around. He said that even though the tote had been removed from the bale a month earlier, he believed Radar could still smell something there because the barn had protected the hay from the weather. He confirmed that he hit definitely to a decomposing body, and that he had never asked Radar to sniff hay bales for decomp before. And then another handler said that the canine hit on his truck at the townhome. So that's it. Goes on into talking about her father testifying, crystals. And a Sonic video shows Crystal stopped at a drive-thru after alleged body burning. I am so curious to find out about this case, but we'll know soon enough about all that. All right. Hi. Is it buffering? Hold on a minute. So sorry. What, baby? Okay. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? So basically, I'm going to research that. I don't like reading it straight from the headlines because they try to sound all smart and important, and I just want to give you the basics. Am I buffering? Can everybody hear me? Is it lagging? Are we good? Before I get into the giveaway and before I get into Nicole's interview. Yes. The prosecutors gave Crystal a hard time because she created a deal before she even talked. And the deal was that she didn't spend any time in jail. You can get 5 years probation in place of a 3-year jail sentence. Your probation would be longer than your prison sentence, and you can get it suspended sentence for probation only, or she could get a suspended sentence for 2 years house arrest and 2 years probation, or anything like that. She will probably not spend 1 day in jail, seeing as that's what she asked for off the gate. Yes, she does. Okay, thank you guys so much for telling me I'm good. All right, so I did do my giveaway, and I'm going to do that at the end in case somebody's just watching this video for this interview with Nicole. And so it starts out with Hazel coming in. Everybody thinks that Hazel is the counselor. She's not the counselor. She's the person that executes these kind of things. She's like a victim's advocate. Okay. And so what she does is she gets the victim's numbers to lawyers or legal services or therapist or whatever they may need. And so Hazel comes in and Nicole Kessinger compliments her on her shirt and tells her how pretty her shirt looks. And then you can tell that they've talked before because Hazel comes over and rubs her on her back. And so yeah, that is the scariest part, Kimberly Blizzard. They have let Patrick Frazee's girlfriend keep her nursing license, even though she admitted to trying to use that license to obtain drugs to poison Kelsey, which is bizarre to me. So anyway, so Hazel the agent tells Nicole Kessinger that maybe leaving there and starting anew somewhere else would probably be a good thing. And Anadarko terminated her contract but offered her to pay her for a few weeks. But Tasman, the geoscience place that had given her the contract, stopped that. They put a stop to that and did not want to bill a contractor when you're not actually working for them. So NK had worked it out with Anadarko that they would pay her for 2 weeks. And the place that she worked for, Tasman, I think it was called, the geoscience place, told her that they didn't feel comfortable doing that. They didn't want to bill Anadarko for someone that wasn't actually going into the job and that her contract was up with Anadarko. And they told her originally they would find her somewhere else to work. But a few days later, they called her and said, well, since your contract's up with Anadarko, we're going to have to let you go. And she wasn't happy about that. She NK says she respected that, but she was disappointed because they said she was good just a few days earlier, and she just wished that they would be honest. Can you believe that? She was upset because this company was not honest with her 2 days earlier. Speak of honesty, right? Hey girl, Penny Sue. They must have a shortage of nurses, Helen. You're funny. Hey, Ivy Lynn. NK's vocal fry and little whiny girl act was pathetic. Yes, it was. Okay, so Hazel then asked, well, would they find you another contract? Pretty much. And sorry, I got too many windows open. And NK says, well, they would have. And I kind of had a solution to that, but they did not seem to like that idea. They were not all about it. So I guess you had a solution to going and working somewhere else in under a different contract. Was that her changing her name? Was that her solution? I wonder what her solution to having Tasman send her somewhere else. I guess the only way she could work somewhere else would be under a different name. And then she says, I mean, it is what it is. I only been working for them like 4 months. Okay. And then Hazel says, Tasman? Where? Tasman? And NK says, again, they told her if she wasn't going to work at Anadarko, they would find her a place. But then they came back a few days later saying that the contract ended with Anadarko and we are letting you go. She has sat here and told Hazel this 2 different times. 2 different times, you guys. She just completely repeated herself of what she just said. And so to me, this just proves that she is pissed she lost her job. And Hazel asked if she called the person whose name I gave you. And NK says, no, she's been trying to do stuff for the agents all day, so she hasn't had a chance. Now, you're fired because you're a piece of Jennifer. Her thinking is and was so warped. Karma is a you know what. Yes, it is. Okay, so hey girl, hey to Miss T. So Hazel says that she thinks it would be helpful for her to talk to that person whose number she gave them. And I think she said Ed, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. And she says to see if he can help her out legally or create mediation or at the very least negotiate a positive referral to another agency. So this victim advocate has given her a number to a therapist. She's given her a number to an attorney who she thinks can help NK try to save her job or at the very least get a referral from them, force them to give her a referral or mediate for them so they could do something about it or like she said, do something legally if she had some kind of recourse for being fired. And it has to be a lawyer because no one but a lawyer can do anything like negotiate a referral or create mediation or help her out legally, which was Hazel's exact words. So she must have gave her some free legal services. Where I'm at, that we have a free legal service that you could get if you qualify. You can get a free lawyer. So NK says that they said they would give her a positive referral already, and that the guy, when she was called and fired, she asked the guy if he would give her a positive referral. And NK says that the guy seemed taken aback. Of course he is. He was being polite, trying to call you and tell you that you are fired and you are wanting a positive referral. You had an affair in the workplace with a married man that ended up, because of you, killing his family and his wife and his whole family. But you want a positive referral. You were canoodling in the workplace and it ended in death, and you want a positive referral from us. Okay, we'll let them know when they ask if you were good at showing up to work on time, that you were real good at that and that you didn't miss a day because you were afraid that you weren't going to run into your lover. So she said that she couldn't believe that when she asked for a positive referral that the guy was taken aback when she had asked for one. So then she goes into how she did great work for them. And she even says they are definitely going to miss her being on their team for sure. And she whispers he agrees to referral and she does not know what else to do. She whispers she doesn't know what else to do. And every time she whispers, she gets inaudible. She doesn't want people to hear when she's whispering, she's talking to herself. It's so crazy to watch her. She said she has more things on her plate right now, and she's still continuing to whisper, I'm not getting in. And then she doesn't finish that sentence. Hazel says, well, I think right now you need supportive family and friends and to get your lease situation figured out so you don't got to worry about carrying 2 places. So at this point, NK's already moved once. And you know that she said earlier she didn't want to do it and have to do it again. So the victim advocate, Hazel lady, is telling her, we need to just hurry up and get you out of this lease. That's why I gave you that attorney's name, because paying on 2 places is really going to stress you out. Yes, agreed. And so the Hazel lady said, let's concentrate on getting everything started with the victim's comp so you can get into some therapy. NK says, yeah, that's if people will hire me. My name's in the media. I mean, if my name's in the media, I mean, and Hazel said, oh, and then she goes, why would you do that? As if she was talking to Chris, like she couldn't believe Chris got her name in the media. And then Hazel said, it hasn't been yet. And maybe these businesses you apply to won't watch the news. And if they do, you can explain that you're cooperating with law enforcement and that you do everything you can and to have it not impact your job. And she in turn says to Hazel to that she has a feeling trying to get by for the next 5 or 10 years is about to be hard. And then Hazel says, thinking like that is self-defeating. Take care of what you can to have positive prospects for your future. And NK says, I don't even know where to start. Thank you, A. Andrews. I really appreciate an email. Anyone is welcome to email me anytime. Plus, I'm looking for guests to have on. We're going to continue this in just a minute. I'm looking for guests to have on, survivors of addiction, survivors of domestic violence, male or female. I just want to tell stories of survival, you guys, and share it with people so people know it's not just me out there. There's so many people that have overcome unimaginable things that you too can overcome what you're going through. Yes, she is a distraction in any workplace. And so she says, you can have it not impact your job. And she has a feeling that she's going, oh, I already told you that. The NK said that she had a feeling that for the next 5 or 10 years, it's going to be hard for her. And then NK says she doesn't know where to start. She states that she has friends that can give her referrals, but she don't want to ask them for a referral and then them find out in the news what had happened and then be very taken aback. And she thinks some people would be very upset if she asked for a referral prior to the news breaking. She almost feels like waiting until it breaks to approach people. Hazel says, what about a temp service? And NK says, I don't know. I'll probably go back to the oil fields at some point. Since all these people are a bunch of social outcasts, so it will probably work. So she's saying that everyone in the fields where she used to work, she just got out of the fields. She got her dream job in the office in environmental, but she says everyone in the field are societal outcast is a word she used. Societal outcast is what she calls them. And Hazel asked if she was happy working there, and NK says sometimes and sometimes not. She said, but it wasn't torture, right? That's what Hazel said. And NK says, no, it's all I know. And Hazel said, it's good to have something to fall back on like that. And NK says, if people will hire me again, she says, it's hard enough getting a job in the field since I'm a woman. They don't think that a woman can do it. And Hazel says, well, you have a history to show that you can. And then she says, that then Hazel says that she has her lease and is going to talk to her landlord and try to get her out of it, and that she has a list of therapists for her. And then NK asked if they approved it for her to get her therapist. And Hazel says that it should be by the end of the day or that next morning. Jennifer Ball, that's what I'm trying to do here. I want to be able to do that here. I'm at a red light. I want to come on with you sometime, but can I do that from just a phone? Yes, you can, Andrews. You can do it from just a phone. You can't initiate the broadcast like I am right now, but I can bring anyone on my broadcast. You have to have a laptop to initiate it, but anyone can jump onto my broadcast with just a cell phone. And Jennifer Ball, I think that's a great idea, and I want to do that right here. I've gotten 1,000 subscribers in 1 month, and so I hope to be able to do that here through this platform. And then NK says, and then the lady says that it might get approved early tomorrow, the next morning. It's just going through a government procedure, but she would go ahead and call those therapists that she gave her the list of in the meantime. And she told her to make sure that she's confident with one of those therapists, make sure that she's able to talk to them, that she feels comfortable with them. Do you have an opinion on MAT? I don't know what that means. Who would hire her in the oil field with all the doubts of her in the Watts murders? I wouldn't want her to work around me line a trust issue. Exactly. I agree. So she says that to make sure that she asks the therapist whenever she finds one. Hazel tells her to ask them about how she's having a hard time sleeping, and that she knows that it bothers her all the time, and that she knows she wakes up in the middle of the night and is having issues because she's texting this victim advocate and this agent in the middle of the night ever since they contacted her about this and saying it's bothering her. And so she's texting them, trying to get support from them. And so the victim's advocate says, even if it's 4 a.m. and you can't sleep all night, you need an emergency number for a therapist so you can call them. She's basically trying to get her off of her phone and onto someone else's. And then she tells her if she needs help making those calls, that she's there for her. And NK says, sounds like a plan. I'm doing everything I need to do over here. There's nothing else to do. As if she was telling herself that. Right? 1323, Dawn? It is a huge one. Hazel says, I know you're getting overwhelmed and it seems like it's piling up. And NK says, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And Hazel says, you know we are here for you and that you do have support. And NK says, yeah, the media came to my house and left a letter on a crinkly envelope and a piece of crumpled journal paper. And it was a handwritten with chicken scratch saying, call me from the Today Show. NK says, why would I do that? She says, lack of professionalism that they have shown with my family and that they have seen from reporters is absolutely ridiculous. Really? Your family? What about Shanann's family? You are crazy. You should have reporters up your you know what. Awesome to know that it's possible because that is all I have at the moment. Saving for a computer, though. Me too. I want one for Christmas. This is my son's computer for school. I'm asking this to others, but in my opinion, NK was almost like flirting with all of the male officers and interviewers. Just made me cringe to watch. I believe, yes, I thought so too, Kimberly. She was used to being able to do her little thing all the time, and it just made men look. I call her Skank. See what I did there? Yes. That's funny. Cheese with wine. Don't forget the crackers. And talk snappy to Hazel and any other female. Yes, agreed. Medication assisted therapy is what I think she means, Mama. I personally think it's amazing if you work it right and the doctor is legit. Yes, my son is on Focalin. Get the crackers out for the cheese. She was flirting. but it does not work for me and my ADHD and my there is no medicine for Asperger's or high functioning autism, but there is medicine for ADHD. And if you're very hyper and you can't focus to learn or listen to a sermon or listen to something, and the medicine helps you do that, then by all means, I feel like someone should take it. But if you don't need the medicine and you can train your brain to be able to do that without the medicine, like I have been able to do, then do that. So it's an individual base. I believe that whether or not someone should be on medicine or not is individual, goes by a case by case basis. There are individuals that people medicate that should not be medicated. Okay. There are individuals that should be medicated that aren't medicated. So it is an individual case by case. You need to know the surrounding circumstances. You need to know the child. You need to know what they are doing and not doing in school. And so it's not just a generalized, do you believe people should take medicine? How does NK get the crowd in her favor? They all want to help her. They should have cuffed her on day one. I know, it's crazy how she acts like a victim, and you'll see that even more here in this interview. Hazel says, you ignore, right? Because she's talking about how it was ridiculous how her family got treated by reporters. Hazel says, you ignore it, right? And NK says, yes. They don't have my number yet. Hazel says, and you're not at your home. NK says, no. And then Hazel says, your dad is good about saying no and walking away. NK says, yeah, well, they're contacting everybody. She tells Hazel so many people reached out to her saying that the media called me today and that she didn't say they didn't have her name yet earlier. Oh yeah, she's saying that a bunch of people are reaching out to her saying that they've been contacted by the media. But she just got done saying earlier to Hazel that they didn't have her name yet, and to the agent that they thank God they don't have my name yet. It's been 4 days and they don't have my name yet. Oh my goodness, they don't even have my phone number. But her friends are reaching out to her, asking her about this. The only way her friends would be doing that is if she told them, because she wasn't in the media yet. Her name hasn't been released yet. Her face, nothing. They didn't even have her name. She said that someone came and put a note on her door, but her name hadn't been released to the media. Yes, I agree. The fake cry was awful. And so she said so many people reached out to her saying the media called them. And so then Hazel says all they got to say is that they don't know anything about that and they have no comment. And NK says she told them that they don't have to call them back or talk to them, that you don't owe them anything. Just send your love and support, is what NK said she told her friends. And I haven't said anything else, she said, because I don't know what else to say. And I've been dealing with a lot of people, not something I wanted to do, but I've been inundated with phone calls and text about it. But I wanted to avoid that situation. So she talked to her dad and was like, do we need to do damage control on these people so they're prepared or not? And he was like, yeah, we'll do it. Now, she keeps telling the agent in the same interview that she can't believe that the media doesn't have her name yet. She can't believe that it hasn't just been spread out there. She can't believe that they haven't called her. The only thing that's happened is there was a note in a crumbled up paper and a crumbled up envelope on her door from the Today Show telling her to call them. But then she's inundated with phone calls. She's got all these people contacting her, but it's not in the media yet. So why are they contacting you? You just contradicted yourself. How did the agent not pick up on this? Also, in the defense, she is telling this to Hazel and not to the agent. To the agent, she said, oh, it's been 4 days. Here in a minute, she tells the agent 3 times. It's been 4 days. Why haven't they got a hold of my name? It's almost as if she's sad they haven't. So NK says that she called her closest friends and did not say anything about the case or that she was a witness. She just said that hey man, I need you to do this for me. Like, the media ask you any questions, tell them no comment. Take our pictures down from social media. I love you and I'm safe. I didn't break any laws. That's what she says to her friends. And she says that her friends are freaking out. What did you do? And she says, she's like, no, it's okay. Just help me and please. And she says, so far it's worked. She says it's been 4 days of them searching for her and still no one has found her. And she knows that they will eventually, but 4 days is not a bad start. And they still have not found her phone number. So how do your friends know? How do your friends know to inundate you with phone calls if you just said that it's been 4 days and it's not a bad start, that you've been able to ward them off for 4 days and that they don't even have your phone number? Oh, so NK says every day it's something else. I'm here. They got my phone. Hopefully they get what they need out of it and hopefully it'll help. She says, I'm trying to do everything I can, but at this point, I don't even know what to do anymore. I really want to just start taking care of myself and not everybody else. But she said, I feel like it's just not happening. She does not look at Hazel the whole time she's talking to her, you guys. She's flipping around like, it's almost like a lighter. She's flipping around on the table like this the whole time while she's talking to this victim advocate lady. That's what she's doing the whole time. And so she doesn't make eye contact with her. So Hazel says she just has to let her family support her and take care of her. And NK says that'd be nice. She asks NK about suicidal thoughts, and she says, no, I'm not thinking like that. She says to let them know if she does. And NK says, I text you guys in the middle of the night when I'm stressing out. So Hazel laughs and says, okay, I guess you will. And Hazel says that she has another appointment, but she will get the other agent since she knows it's not pleasant to be in there alone. And then NK starts whining and says, no, not at all. It's awkward. And that she's there without her phones and that the other agent's phone was ringing. And you could tell all that made her anxious. And right in that moment, the agent walks in saying that they're trying to get her phone to work and brings up the fact that she can't remember her Google password to her new phone. And I don't think she wants them to download the data from the new phone. So the new phone is in that mode where you have to put an account in for it to be able to pull up and add apps to. And so she wanted to leave that phone. It was only receiving and calling numbers, but it wasn't able to get into like your gallery or the camera. And I think that she purposely did that. And she kept saying she did not know that number. So the officer comes back in and asks her what that password is again. And she said that she did not need it the night before to set it up. I wrote down, didn't she need it the night before to set the phone up? But she didn't remember it. And she says that she doesn't know where it might be. She can't remember that password, that she's going to have to reset it. And she admits that the texts on the phone are messed up and swears that there's a text on the 13th to Chris, which is the day of the murders, that wasn't on the 13th. She wants to make sure to let this agent know that there was a text on the 13th that didn't get sent on the 13th. And she's for certain of that. But the phone is showing it got sent on the 13th. Oh, how I wish I would know what that text was. Hazel reminds her to call the lawyer guy from CDLE and gets a therapist and get the therapist. Hazel asks about the copy of the contract from her old job that the attorney might want to see. And she mentions that NK's dad could go back to her house to get it. And NK says that she don't want to go back to that house at all. So that might bring some light to some of the dark things that was going on over there. Why doesn't she want to go back to her own house at all? What was going on there that was so creepy that she had to get out so quick? NK says sometimes she remembers stuff, but it's vague, and detective tells her not everything is important. And the agent tells her to stop remembering and start thinking about this stop thinking about this case, and no one knows about her yet, and go out with her friends and have a normal night out, and don't stay holed up into her apartment. And NK asks if they're going to post anything about this if they don't find out anything. And the agent says, about what? And NK says, about me. It's been 4 days. And the agent says, they are dying to find out who you are. And then NK said, I know they are, but they have not reached my inner circle yet. It's been 4 days. That's like the 4th time she said it's been 4 days. And the agent says, you have good friends. And NK says, yes, I do. And the agent says, be thankful for that. And he said, and we had this conversation. You said you were thinking about going somewhere else. And NK said, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Can you guys help me with a name change? And the agent says, I can't do anything for you. That's a legal process, but it's not that difficult. It's just paperwork that needs filled out. He said, your best bet would be to get an attorney. And people change their names all the time. Probably the county clerk, it's at a state level to make a name change. And NK asked if that becomes public because that would defeat the purpose of changing her name. And he tells her witness protection is very, very rare that someone would get that. And she says, oh, I'm not expecting that. She says, Chris is not getting out or anything. He's not going anywhere. And she is terrified about not getting hired anywhere. And the agent says that you realize this is not headlines in other states. And NK says, yeah, I do. And the agent says that if he runs a background on her, that it shows up that she's a good employee, not that she dated Chris Watts. And she says she already knows. And then she says that she don't even want to talk to her friends about it. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the right one? Yes. So she talks about how she doesn't want to talk to her friends about it or want them to find out. And she thinks that she has staked off the media because no one knows anything. And her inner circle is really awesome. And agent says, or because you have no social media, they haven't found you in 4 days. And NK says she even searched herself on social media and made her friends remove anything that might have had her in it. And the agent admits that she has made it difficult to find her. Even the agent says that. Yes, you've made it very difficult to find you. And she asks if he thinks that they will find out where she's staying at because she thinks that would be very, very tricky. So she even admits here that it's very tricky to find out where she's went to. And she went here immediately, you guys, because Hazel said earlier that it was a stress on her to be keeping up 2 different addresses. That's why they're trying to get her out of her lease at the other place that she doesn't want to go to. And she asked if they think that they will find where she's staying. And he says that he don't even know where she's staying. He said, you won't even tell me. And she says, nope, I know. And the agent says, I don't know if it's connected to you or your family, but if it's in their name, it would not be hard to figure it out. He says, so if you put it in your family's name, they're going to figure out where you are. It's not that hard. And she says, nope. And he says there's limited ways of finding out unless someone knows and leaks it. And she says, nobody. And at this point, she wants to go, but she still has to sit there and wait on her phone. And that is the end of the 90-minute mark. And there is only about 30 minutes left of that interview maybe 45 minutes at most, and I'm going to do one whole video on that next time. But let's chat. Let's chat. I have not read any of the chats so far. I'm so sorry. I was trying to get that going. You guys had lag? Okay, so what I want to know is why she says in the same breath that she's inundated with calls. She's got people reaching out to her saying the media is contacting her. But then in the same breath, she says they don't even know her name, that they don't even know her phone number, that they don't know anything about her, and it's been 4 days. Please help me understand that. Yes, she did admit in the interview that she had some savings saved up, that she she had some money saved up to buy a house, and that she was scared that she was going to go through all of her savings to buy a house, to not having a job. So she did admit that she had a little bit of money put back to buy a house. And that is not cheap in Colorado, you guys. You need $20,000 to $40,000 to put down on houses in Colorado, even more at times, 80,000. So she had to have, if she was saving for a house, she had a chunk. Exactly. I agree. Thank you, Jennifer Main. Thank you. So she had to be telling her friends stuff. If she's getting inundated with calls with people saying, "Hey, we saw Chris on the news," these people had to have met Chris or knew Chris. Anyone that she introduced to Chris called her, but these people she didn't tell anything about Chris to wouldn't have been able to call her. But she says she didn't tell anyone but Charlotte about Chris. Yeah, she said the Today Show put a note on her door, but they had to put a note on her door because they didn't have her phone number. So, and if the Today Show had to confirm it, that's the thing. They couldn't put it all in the news. Nicole Kessinger was the mistress. They would have had to talk to somebody and confirm it first in case they were wrong. So they just put a note on her door for her to call them, hoping that she would call them and say it was true. But at that point, nobody knew who the mistress was, and they weren't sure, but they did put two and two together. They probably put a note on every girl that worked at Anadarko's doors. Maybe it could have been a part of a whole conspiracy, Jonelle. I agree, Abelise. So this is how this interview goes so far. I broke it down. When she gets there, she's talking about Charlotte. She's trying to say she hasn't told Charlotte anything, but Charlotte's talking about house arrest. Charlotte's talking about trials. Charlotte's talking about police investigations. Charlotte's talking about she doesn't care if she flirted with this guy or even more. She's talking about she just wants her best friend here and F the media. And then she gets into, "I have this important information to tell you, detective. It's important. It's important. Chris was going to divorce his wife and put his house up for sale. That's the one really important thing. And the second important thing is he wanted to get an apartment really, really bad. But then all of a sudden he didn't want to do that the night we went to the Lazy Dog. Isn't that important? Isn't that really important? Isn't that great?" And that's what that part of the interview was about. And this last 30 minutes of the interview is about how she's been getting phone calls all day and how these people are telling her, what did you do? Did you break the law? Oh my God. But then, oh, I can't believe the media hasn't caught me in 4 days. I've been able to keep them off my trail in 4 days. It's because I don't have social media. Then they don't even have my phone number. My inner circle is tight. They haven't even made it to my inner circle. And that's what this whole interview is about. And it had absolutely nothing to do. And you even hear the agent say, you don't need to remember everything. Everything isn't important that you're remembering. And he even tells her after she says some of these things. So what do you see about that that's so important? Yeah, Charlotte knew a lot, and she tried to pretend like she didn't. Yeah, I have heard that NK called North Carolina at some point right after the murders. Yes, that it's in discovery. She called a North Carolina number the night of the murders. How did NK know she would not be able to go out publicly for quite some time? Sounds like she thought the public would know more by now. Yes, exactly, Miss T. And she's talking about how she doesn't want this to be national. And little did she know that it would blow up like it did. She seems not to even exist. Have you heard anyone call her Nicole Kessinger before? The murders, maybe that wasn't her real name. I know for a fact she changed her name. We just heard that in the interview. The detective told her that she could do that with just a little piece of paper and some money. And I'm sure her dad knew exactly how she did it. That's why we can't find her, is because we don't know what name she's under. I think the text she deleted are in discovery. I think she lawyered up and told others they would face legal consequences if they talked about her. Like most or all of you, I've disliked many mistresses. This is the only one I truly hate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, after I do all of Nicole's interviews, we're going to do Chris's confessions. We're going to break down his confession, not the first one. The first one is horse crap. I'm not even going to do that polygraph one and all of that. We're just going to break down his confession that came out in February, and then, what we've learned from the book. And that after I do that, then I may print out the discovery, but we don't know if that's going to be the time when the Perfect Father book comes out. And if that's the case, I want to be covering that book like I did with the letters from Christopher with you guys. And so we will just play it by ear. I still have to cover the Dr. Oz episode and the Devil Beside Me, Dr. Phil episode next week. Our dad isn't a lawyer, but he's tied in with the Thornton Police Department and the oil people. He's like got big money, and he's tied in with the oil fields out there somehow. Political, probably. She is the most hated female, Patty. I think his dad knew it. Of course, he knew a lot, Paula, because it's an hour ride. I used to live there. It's an hour ride from the Denver airport to Frederick. So they had an hour from the time he picked him up, and that's if they didn't stop and get something to eat. His dad had been on an airplane, and the airplane from North Carolina is at least 5 hours if you're flying straight, or 4 hours if you're flying straight. And if there's a layover, then it could be all day. And so I know for a fact they talked on the way back from that Denver airport to the Frederick Police Department. They talked. He was not shocked when Chris told him anything. And I believe that, Kimberly Blizzard. Charlotte is, I believe Charlotte is her friend that she was text messaging, whose father passed away. that was asking her in the beginning of the interview why she couldn't come to her father's wake, because was she on house arrest or under investigation, because we're best friends. She is NK's best friend, supposedly. Charlotte is. Hazel is the victim's advocate lady that came in this interview that gave Nicole Kessinger a list of therapists. She helped her get out of her lease so she could move out, and she gave her a lawyer's number to call about losing her job. Charlotte is NK's best friend, and Hazel is the case advocate from police. Yes, thank you, Kimberly. Chris Watt's dad wasn't even shocked his grandbabies were dead. Nope, he sure wasn't. What is a Freemason? What do they do? Just Google it, Helen Joan. It's like this big, long thing. We don't want to get on that tangent of the Freemasons here and all of that. It's like it's a different cult of like an Illuminati, but it's just a cult. I personally think it is, but NK would be a trillionaire if she wrote a book. Hell, me and Mama, poor Shanann kids have a monster come to their lives. Poor Bella, I can see her face when she watched a movie and thought monsters were going to get her. Oh, that's true. I'm listening to the beginning of your video here, and I just want to say that I really feel like you have been rewarded for your hard work and sobriety and have this community in your message. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Kimberly. It was really, really sweet. I bet Charlotte would think twice about having NK around her husband now. Yeah, really. Shanann even said they treated the girls badly. I wonder if she got knocked off by Shanann's family. Ha ha ha! 1323 Dawn wouldn't. Oh my goodness. But Shanann's family did let Chris live. They could have let Chris get the death penalty, even though Colorado hasn't put anyone to death in forever. But definitely could have. Charlotte is gay, LOL, but it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, you guys, let's do my giveaway. Everyone that commented on my giveaway, secret society that everyone knows about. That's right, Abelis. That's a good way of summing it up. It's like old school Illuminati. Huh? So I sat here and I wrote down everyone that took the time. The only thing you had to do in my first giveaway is we had to meet 500 subscribers before I would do it. Okay. Then I showed you guys what I was going to give. If it's a male or a female, you can choose between the radar detector prize or 8 sets of the nails that I sell. Now, if you're interested in buying the nails, they're only $5 a pack. You just stick them on top of your real nails, your acrylic nails, your gel nails, and I'll put the link in the description box here. If you're interested in going to look at those, there are actually 200 different sets to choose from. And it's www.raritynails.com and then / oh, I thought I had to hit the shift. U / and then Mama Beauties. Okay? And there you go. Even if you just want to browse, you don't got any money to spend right now, you can go browse the site and put some stuff in your cart and come back for it later. They're $5 a pack. If you buy 8, you better put that 9th one in the cart because your 9th one is free. It's buy 8 and get the 9th one free. So don't just put 8 in there and then wonder where your free one is. It's because you didn't put it in there. The 9th one is your free one. And they are only $5 a pack. Okay, so we're going to do my giveaway, and then if I have enough time, I will continue talking about Nicole Kessinger, but I had a lot of entries in that giveaway. when I hit 1,000, you guys, it may even be this weekend. I'm going to do my big giveaway live on YouTube, not on StreamYard. Okay. And then I will do that giveaway drawing immediately the same day, so I don't get so many entries and I don't have to write so many little pieces of paper. Okay. So hopefully that will be this weekend. I've been getting 50 subscribers a day. Thank you so much, you guys. I needed this more than you could ever know. And I am so appreciative, and I hope my channel keeps growing. And did everybody see my my cover that my daughter made me here? It's got like some true crime magazines and detectives, some old school true crime magazines. I loved it. She did so great. Okay, so it looks like we're 85 away from 1,000. Here's my empty bucket. Yes, Brittany evidently is the girl that Chris was talking about at the prison interview when the FBI and the CBI went out. They went in and talked to him about it, you know, like we all think they went to go try to bury Nicole. Well, he said in that interview that because she had told Brittany about Chris during their camping trip, that she wanted Chris to delete her Facebook because she was afraid that Brittany would look him up on Facebook. So Chris is saying that Nicole Kessinger made him delete his Facebook, not him. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Yes, Jackie, I would love that. Thank you, Lily Mel. I wonder if him was the one walking with the shovel when the cops were there, right? Chris Watts mentions a name of NK's friends and calls her Brittany in the prison interviews, and the detective never asks who that was or seems surprised. Brittany is her friend that evidently Chris told that is why Brittany was one of NK's friends that she had told about Chris, and she didn't want Brittany to look Chris up and find out he was married. And that's why he had to delete his Facebook. All right, so now let's do my giveaway. First, we have Veronica. I'm just going to sit this here, and maybe I can put this down like that. Okay, so first we have Veronica. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see the names. Okay, Veronica Saldias is the first person going in the bucket. Shannon Hayes. Raul Thomas. Kathleen Doyle. Vicky Vale. Terry J. Candace Cole. And you have to be a subscriber to win. So if your name is in here and you're not subscribed, you better go hit that subscribe button right now. Abigail Hyman. Indie Girl. Oops. Julie Crandall. Cassie Bristol. Like makes an echo in the bucket, you guys. Lolita Grant. Peggy K. Blondie OH. I wonder if my daughter wants to come on, speaking of. Mischief the cat. Staying classy. Do you want to come on my live, baby? Helen Jones. Jody Stewart. Veronica R. Looks like. Patty Allen. VB Girl. Miss T. Native and Free. Thank you, 1323 Don. Kimberly Buzzard. Maria Orozco. I'm probably butchering these names. Natalia Kristen Malahi. Michelle, aka Sheldon. Dorothy C. Oh, my back hurts. I got to stand up for a minute. Lauren Talbert. Can you see it? Okay. Serena Estes. Abalise. Elaine Fairfax. Gypsy Soul. My daughter says she just woke up from a nap. Stephanie Slaughter. Okay, let me know if you end up feeling like it. I'm doing my giveaway. Kelly Gillis. I didn't realize so many people had entered. I shouldn't have ran it for a week. Yvonne Murray. Roberta Harris. But I am getting to know my people. Lana Fana. Thank you, Jennifer Main. Felicita. She taught me that last night. Felicita Strong. Chantalee. Young Nation. Nikki Maureen. Okay, honey, that's fine. Anna L. Smokey the Husky. Muffy. I had a video up in my videos that said giveaway, and I had it up since last Thursday, since Halloween. And I ran it until tonight, which is Friday. And all you had to do is make a comment in that giveaway video. Sharon Kaiki. If you're not in here, I did not see your comment, but I still have a stack of names, so I hope we get yours, Ashley. Hey, Gabri, my daughter's in the comments. Stephen Shepard. Ian. Kathleen Allen. Or Catherine Allen, I'm sorry. Vicky Rogers. Boo Boo Rollins. And Lahaina Jones. What I'll do is at the end, if I didn't call your name, you can tell me your name and I'll throw you in. Alice Smith. I think it says Larchild. I can't even read my own writing. Veronica Smith. Jennifer Ball. Ann D. Kathy Sealer. Amy Wyman. Lucia Garcia. Janine the Stella Doro. Snowflake Boo Boo. Joe Nelly. Sandra Elsie. And JB. Lacey Brown. Nate Lee. And then the last one is 132 Allie. Now, if you want your name in this and I did not call your name, start putting them in the chat box. I will take the next 10, 15 names, depending on how many papers I have cut up. Let me go get it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get more papers. Minute. Okay. So, who did not get in? Thank you, Lay Down Sally. Who wants their name in that did not get in? I need to see. Lily Mel. Let me make sure. Let me go up, you guys. I'm missing some people. Okay. So if your name is under the nails are amazing, I can attest to that to Gabri. I have Tracy Pat. Okay. Oh, of course my pen doesn't want to write. Tracy Pat. Okay, so there's Tracy Pap right there. We're going to put her in. And then let's see who else wanted me to add them. Abilese, who's Brandy? Ashley Newsom. I'm adding you right now. Ashley Newsom. Okay, there's Ashley Newsom. You're in, sister. Let's see who else. Remy Pedersen. Remy Pedersen. And you guys better make sure you're subscribed because you have to be subscribed. I'm going to double check to make sure you're subscribed. The winner that I draw out. Okay. Terry J. Already added you, Tracy Pap. Lily Mel. And Maria Runkles. Okay. Brandy. And Drade. And Veronica, yes, I do have you in there. Okay. You're in, let me go up. Yes, there are different Veronicas in the bucket. Janelle, you're in already from your comment. I added Brandy Abilese. Terry J, I added you. Crystal Areola. You're in. Lauren Talbot, you're in. And then DW. Okay, we're almost done. I got DW. Oh, and of course there was more. Oh, I didn't bring my scissors. Okay, so let's see. DW. All right, so A. Andrews. I got you in, Brandy. Abelise got you in, sister. No worries. All right, so that is it. I did A. Andrews. Okay, so everybody's in, and that's it. We're closing it out. No more. I don't want to have to rip up any more paper. Anyone else can get into the next giveaway. Okay, so let's just mix it up. Moon spinning around. And I'm going to hold it up here so you guys can see I'm not cheating. And I'm only going to pick one name. You have to be able to choose between 8 random nail sets. I will give you a variety. And if you don't want that, you can have the radar detector. Man, I was drawing a blank. And the winner is Julie Crandall. Julie Crandall. Now I'm going to go make sure that she is subscribed, and I'm going to put my email on this video to let her know that she is the winner, and hopefully she will see it. And if for some reason she doesn't respond in the next 48 hours, I'll draw another winner. So thank you so much, you guys. I will be doing another giveaway, and it will say giveaway right at the beginning of the video. And I will upload the video. I won't do it live. I will do the drawing live, but look for my next video that starts out with the words giveaway. And it's going to be for this right here. It is a wonderful gift if you already have great skin, but it's called Clear Proof. It's an acne treatment system that is just as good as Proactive, if not better. And if you can't use it, you can give it to somebody as a Christmas gift. It is Mary Kay, but it is awesome. It's usually like $45 for this whole set. It comes with a cleansing gel, a blemish control toner, an acne treatment gel, and an oil-free moisturizer. And so this will be my next giveaway. I will put my email for Julie Crandall right here. If I already put my website, if you guys want to go look at the nails, I'll put it in one more time because they are only $5 a pack. If you want to just go check them out yourself. But here is my, thank you, Sean. Here is my email address if anybody wants to reach out and maybe talk about being a guest, coming on StreamYard and interviewing you, your survivor story. I would love male or female survivor stories. And if there's something you don't want me to talk about, we can talk about that beforehand in email before we come on live together. And again, I have another giveaway right around the corner. 85 members away. So as soon as I hit that 1,000 mark, you guys need to be looking for that giveaway for this, okay? Be looking for the giveaway for this. And then once I hit 1,000, I'll do a giveaway every 250 subscribers. Every 250 subscribers, I will give something away. I mean, I've got jewelry that I make, nickel-free jewelry, even Christmas jewelry, handmade jewelry. Like, here's some of it. And so I just make different little things. Plus I've got my nails. Plus, on December 1st, I'm going to activate my Mary Kay account again. And so there's so much I want to tell you guys. Plus, I need somebody to talk to about these cases. So I feel like that this is my way to say that I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, it was Julie Crandall. Julie Crandall was the winner. But I'm going to save all these names so I don't have to rewrite them next time. And so I can just find your name when you enter my next giveaway. So I don't have to write them all out. It won't be such a task. I'm sorry if you weren't able to get in this giveaway. I promise you I have another one coming in 85 subscribers. 85 subscribers, I will be doing my Clear Proof Acne System giveaway. Let's see where I'm at. Sometimes I forget how to use a tablet. Yes, I just am 85 away. 85 subscribers away. Yes, congratulations, Julie. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your love and support. I'm going to get off of here for a little bit. It's already 10 o'clock. If my son decides to make this a late night because he slept in, I may come back and just see if anybody else is up and chat. But thank you so much for your participation. And again, I've been hitting 50 subscribers a day, so make sure you get into that giveaway. I'm only going to let it run for 24 hours. So this next giveaway is it's not going to be so big, so you'll have more of a chance to win. I'm only going to run it for 24 hours. The second my channel hits 1,000, I am going to do the video. Sometimes my internet takes 2 to 3 hours to upload a video. So I could hit 1,000 and the video not upload for 3 hours later. So don't give me a hard time about that. But as soon as you see it and it hits my channel, I'm going to go 24 hours from that point. So then I will draw the winner live and you will be able to see that it's honest. And I will very soon after that at 12:50 do another giveaway. So you girls will be getting these nails on your hands, even if you don't have the budget for it. Just continue watching my channel, and I promise that I will bling your fingers out. So thank you so much, you guys. Remember, hit that like button if you want to do something back for me in return. Always hit the like button on all my videos. Like. That's what YouTube likes. So let's give them what they like. And all have a good night. I will catch up on the Patrick Frazee case. If I come back tonight, that is what we will talk about. Bye.